there's an organism that can enter through your nose and reach your brain. It's microscopic and single-celled. It lives in places millions of people swim every year. Scientists call it Naegleria fowleri, often nicknamed the brain-eating amoeba. What makes it terrifying isn't its commonness, but how it works. Most dangerous organisms spread through food, air, or bites. This one needs something very specific. Water forced up your nose. Not swallowed, not touched, not splashed lightly. Forced. This usually happens when diving, jumping, or during water sports, or even certain water activities where pressure pushes water deep into the sinuses. If that happens in warm, fresh water where the amoeba lives, a microscopic journey can begin. Inside your nose are tiny nerve endings responsible for smell. Those nerves connect directly to your brain. For most of your life, they quietly translate scent into memory. But to this organism, they're a highway. The amoeba can attach to those nerves and move along them, crossing from the outside world into one of the most protected places, your brain. Here's the unsettling part. Your brain doesn't have the same immune defenses. It has protection, yes. Barriers, specialized cells, tight control. But inflammation there is extremely dangerous because your skull can't expand. So when something causes swelling, pressure builds. That pressure can become life-threatening faster than many other infections. But this isn't a predator hunting humans. The amoeba evolved to eat bacteria in warm water environments. Humans are an accident, a biological wrong turn. And that idea, that danger doesn't require intention, is unsettling. Most encounters with this organism lead to nothing. Your immune system clears threats constantly without you noticing. But in rare situations, the amoeba reaches the brain and begins feeding. Not out of malice, just biology. And that's when the real danger starts. The infection caused by Naegleria fowleri has one of the most intimidating names in medicine. It's called primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, or PAM for short. The name sounds complex, but the idea is simple. Inflammation of the brain caused by the amoeba. What makes this particular condition so profoundly frightening is its deceptively normal onset. In its early stages, the symptoms of PAM mimic those of a very common, everyday illness. Patients might experience a persistent headache, a low-grade fever, or a feeling of nausea. General fatigue is also a common initial complaint, making it easy to dismiss as something minor. There's nothing in these initial signs that immediately signals something as rare or severe as PAM. Yet, beneath this seemingly ordinary surface, a fierce battle is already raging within the brain. The body's immune system is reacting with aggressive force, attempting to combat the invader. Within the skull's confined space, such an aggressive defense can paradoxically cause immense damage. The very act of protection can be as destructive as the amoeba itself, creating a dangerous cycle. As days pass, the symptoms rapidly escalate, becoming far more alarming and pronounced. Patients may experience profound confusion, struggling to make sense of their surroundings. Loss of balance becomes evident, leading to difficulty walking and coordination issues. Sensitivity to light, known as photophobia, can become unbearable, causing discomfort and pain. Seizures may begin, indicating severe neurological distress and brain irritation. This rapid progression is due to the brain's central role. It controls every vital function: perception, movement, the rhythm of breathing, and consciousness itself all depend on the brain. Pressure building inside the skull quickly disrupts these intricate systems, leading to rapid decline. This critical vulnerability is precisely why researchers dedicate intense study to inflammation. Sometimes, the body's own valiant attempt to protect itself inadvertently creates the biggest risk. Adding to the unsettling nature of PAM is another crucial detail. The amoeba doesn't need to be numerous. A single microscopic entry point is often all it takes for the devastating process to begin. Once the immune cascade is triggered, the resulting swelling dramatically amplifies the initial problem. At this point, the focus shifts. It becomes less about the invading organism itself and more the severe reaction of the host's own body. Yet, despite how terrifying and dramatic this entire scenario sounds, this infection is incredibly rare. Millions of people are exposed to freshwater environments every year without any issue whatsoever. Humans are inherently poor at grasping rare but vividly dramatic dangers, often overestimating their likelihood. Our brains tend to remember compelling, dramatic stories far more readily than cold, hard statistics. Scientists prioritize education over fear. Even frightening organisms like Naegleria fowleri can advance medicine. Researchers use organisms like this to learn about something bigger: how the brain protects itself. Studying these rare breaches reveals how those defenses work and how to strengthen them. This amoeba wasn't built to infect humans. It's not malicious. It simply follows opportunity. We often think we're separate from nature, but we are ecosystems moving through ecosystems. And the smallest life forms can have the biggest effects. If microscopic organisms doing unbelievable things fascinates you, subscribe to our channel for more cool sciencey stuff.